Hey, it's me, your friendly neighborhood Caribou Weather Dude with another fire weather forecast. Looking at thunderstorms this weekend in BC, starting a little bit tomorrow, but Friday for sure. And where's all that smoke coming from in the Caribou? Well, we'll look at that too. Where is the fire action going on? Things are a little bit suppressed a little bit right now. Temperatures are down a little bit. Some places are still pretty warm in the south interior, but for the most part, we're seeing not the heat wave we've been having through a lot of the summer. That's nice, and fires are cooling off a little bit. So we're back down below 400 fires. That's good news, right? And we're down to 4 fires of note. So people have been able to go back home in places. So that's good news too, right? But we do have that potential still for more fire starts. We're not out of this yet. So that's bad news. There it is. This is bad news. My God.
Falling out right now.
Anything could happen.
Get on!
Wow. I'll watch the video later.
They dry mopping this.
And thank you to Butterfly Effect Communications. They're going to be sponsoring my forecast for the next 2 months from here on. So thank you very much. Well, what is Butterfly Communications? What is their podcast? And what is an information officer? The Wildfire Floods and Chaos Communications podcast. First season's up online, and it dives into the information officer's role, what they do in times of wildfires, floods, and chaos. Their team responded to fires in the Caribou, Lillooet, and Shuswap regions last summer. You can find that podcast wherever you listen, or at communicationspodcast.ca. First things first, where is all that smoke coming from? Oh, well, a very active day of burning still going on out there, probably again today. Conditions are pretty dry up in the northwestern section of BC. This is Tweedsmuir Park, so it's kind of it's remote. It's actually a very remote fire. We do have some other ones that are showing some pretty good action in the Caribou. Look at this down by the Itches. Yeah, the Itches and Ilgatches, that's a couple different old volcanoes. That's part of the complex that eventually the crust slid over and became the Nazca complex as well. Anyways, fire activity in the Caribou, that seems to be out by Uchinico Lakes, out by Cluskos Lakes. Looks like there's a fair bit of activity going on there at 41159. So those fires are pretty hot. They're making a fair bit of smoke. And we got some other guys that are a little smaller, but definitely kicking up some smoke as well. So that's what is making the smoke in the Caribou. We do have a little bit of fire activity up in the Babine, but nothing crazy going on. Calm day, it looks like, in the northeast. So that's nice. Even our guy in Lytton not showing a lot of activity up there. So that's nice, south of Ashcroft there. That's what we want to see, is that guy taking a break. And that same goes for more or less in around Slow Cannon areas. Yeah, it's been dropped from an order to evacuate to just an alert, and there's a less fire activity around there. The fire seems to be kind of moving away, so that's good. We were a little bit concerned about this one for the last, little while. It was awfully close to town. But all in all, fire activity not looking too bad in BC on the whole right now, and that's what, we kind of expected with, as I said, things are a little bit cooler and a little bit damper, and we've had a little bit, more humidity, right? It's a little bit more rain, and yeah, some more fires started from lightning, but it's not been enough to sort of counteract the overall weather trend. And part of why that is, it's got seen some moisture go through up there today. It did start a couple thunderstorms, but a little less action in the northeast than maybe we thought. Some more lightning going on in the northwest as well, up in the Northwest Territories, and certainly through Saskatchewan and into Manitoba. On Thursday, we got a little bit of convective showers, a little bit of a low developing, and then you're going to see along this section here, you're going to see storms get caught in there, maybe as far up into the Caribou, but it looks like it's not going to reach too far north on Thursday. Positive news for the Caribou, but lightning in southern BC. These don't look like very strong storms, though. This isn't a crazy outbreak. Fridays when I kind of expect more instability, but we got this low kind of developing, and it's sitting there, and it's gonna give us some havoc on Friday. And you follow up the isobars, and you get the shortwave trough starts to develop, and everything gets caught in the pocket. Maybe starting in Vernon first. Maybe some rain, though, up into parts of BC that could sure use it. So hoping our fire up there that's burning so hot right now, making smoke for everybody, hoping to see some rain. But up that Rocky Mountains, up into the Caribous, Columbias, Monashees, expecting some lightning again. Maybe Williams Lake seeing a little bit Friday. And then, bam, by the afternoon, we could even see that down in the Chilcotins, all the way to, all over. It's a lot of lightning. So that's Friday's big lightning day. kind of watch where they say it's going to develop, and things are probably going to be moving in a weird way again. By just the looks of it on here, by the way the isobars are, by the way the flow is on one side, you're going to have maybe some stronger storms developing there. Caribou maybe getting your turn into the night. So a couple different looks at what that could mean on Friday. But yeah, a little bit of rain. Everyone's getting a little bit of rain. Some weird looking, snowy looking things up in the mountains. Strong storms on Saturday, maybe coming down into that southern part of BC. Not looking like a lot of rain in those ones. No, the rain is really centered up into the northeast, especially Kamloops, up into the coast mountains. So Saturday looking like maybe a day where we could see some real fire starting. And we know that it's pretty dry still along the western sections of BC. If there's a place where maybe they don't want to see much lightning, that would be nice for them to not have it. But we're hoping that as that low squeezes in from the coast, the next one, yeah, everything's moving in a weird way. Okay. So maybe some lightning for you, Vancouver, on Sunday morning. That's looking a little ways out now, but also we're looking at some real rain on Vancouver Island. So if you can survive a little bit of lightning, you might get on the coast rain as those lows, those crazy looking lows. So things are moving in weird ways up the coast. Absolutely. And we got this hurricane over by Sunday, maybe starting to have some effects on friends like Frankie McDonald, Halifax. So we'll see where the exact track of this goes as we get closer to the weekend. But this is becoming the new story. That storm developing, and that's why we're getting that weird motion of things, right? So that storm's developing in along the coast, pushing through, and that's going to knock temperatures down still a little bit. Definitely have this trough developing there that's going to keep us on the north side of that weather. It's going to mean we're going to be cut off from the very, very hottest weather that's going on down south. So although the overall trend has been sort of cooler weather, down weather, a bit more moisture, a bit more humidity, we do still have that lightning effect. And the BUIs, the drought code, it's still not, we haven't had the substantial rain we need to really change the story. So things are still dry enough that fire starts are possible out there. And for some fires, if it warms up at all. But looking out, all I really see is summer weather for the most part. They're a bit of a weird anomaly, possibly when this low kind of moves up through, sending some heat into the far coast, to Haida and up to the coast there. Maybe 25 will seem pretty warm for you. But overall, when I look over, I don't see any alarming heat, anything that's anything extreme, anything that's not unusual. Looking at a lot of like just summer weather, maybe ranging in 20s to 30s, low 20 to 30 in the valley bottoms and whatnot, in the hottest places down south. So we're not seeing the sort of extreme heat that is out there for sure, and definitely far south, and it's out there. It's not made its way north in a while, and it's not. I don't know if it will again this season. So that's more or less what I got for you for today. Just get ready for Friday thunderstorms and Saturday. Where we got some challenges ahead yet, but all in all, I think we're sitting pretty good. Nothing alarming, nothing crazy. Just sort of your usual fire weather forecast for you. Anyways, thanks very much, Butterfly Effect Communications, for sponsoring the podcast, sponsoring the show here. Um, Also, thank you to all my patrons and supporters and sponsors. Very much appreciated. You're what keeps me going. Please hit like, share, subscribe. That's ways you can help me for absolutely free. Well, that's the end of me. Bye now.